This is the Infinix Smart 10 and it costs about 102,000 naira or $65. So what does this phone come with at such a low price, and should you even buy it? Well, keep watching to find out. First is the unboxing experience. When you are first opening the packaging, inside you get the phone, and beneath that is a plastic case, a SIM ejector tool, a USB Type-C cable, and finally a fast charging brick. Now let's talk about the design and build quality. This is a very good design in my opinion, and very similar to the Technopop 10 or the iPhone 16, which they are all copying. But that doesn't make it bad in any way. I even prefer this to the iPhone Pro designs, which they copied since 2023. And the build quality is fantastic. You get a plastic finish.
Okay.
But as you can see, it will be quite hard to tell that this is not an iPhone. On the rear is a matte texture which is resistant to fingerprints. And this phone also supports IP64 water resistance rating, which is very cool. On the top of the phone you get the secondary speakers. On the left side is the SIM card slot. On the right side is the volume rockers and power button, which doubles as a fingerprint scanner. And I kid you not, it's quite reliable. And on the bottom side is the primary speakers, a microphone, a USB Type-C port, and a headphone jack. Now, these speakers are supposed to be the loudest ever on an entry-level phone, as claimed by Infinix. So it isn't really bad that it's not stereo speakers. And if you are enjoying this video so far, then kindly like the video and smash that subscribe button for more videos just like this one. How good is the display? Well, the Infinix Smart 10 comes with a 720p IPS panel with a 120Hz refresh rate. This is a very good screen for consuming content. The colors are very vivid and balanced, and it's really striking. The 120Hz refresh rate makes navigating through the UI an amazing experience, and at 700 nits it's pretty usable under direct sunlight. The bezels aren't that thick, which I really like. Another thing I really like about this display is that it has support for always on display, which a lot of budget phones nowadays can support, and I think it's a very cool feature, even if it tends to drain more battery. What about the performance? The Infinix Smart 10 is powered by a SoC T7250, and I said it once, I'll say it again, that surprisingly this is the best entry-level chipset I've seen so far in 2025. It can run quite a decent amount of apps at the same time without getting overwhelmed, and it can handle your day-to-day activities without any problems. When it comes to gaming, this is not a gaming phone, so don't expect it to run titles like Call of Duty Mobile and PUBG. And funnily enough, it doesn't even install some high-end games as well. But that doesn't mean it doesn't play games. It plays games to a good level, although you clearly have to make them less graphic to avoid lagging. Now, performance is one thing. For a phone to run pretty smooth also depends greatly on the software. So how good is it? The Infinix Smart 10 runs on XOS 15 slapped on Android 15, and I'd say that it's a relatively simple software with minimal bloat as well as a few baked-in ads. That's until you include Infinix AI. You see, 4Lak's default Infinix Assistant has been upgraded with a lot of amazing AI features like note summary, web translation, and even the ability to give you an understanding of whatever is on the screen, which is very similar to the circuit research feature. I can see that there are a lot of features to enjoy here, and considering this is like 100,000, it's really exciting. How good is the battery experience? The Infinix Smart 10 comes with a massive 5000 mAh battery, which should last about a day for most people. And when it comes to charging, it's 15 watts, which is quite slow, but it doesn't actually make it a bad thing. That leads us to the cameras, and one thing I should make clear is that its cameras isn't one of its strongest points. It seems to have a dual camera setup as you can see right here, but in reality it's just an 8MP main camera. The other lens at the bottom is just an IR blaster which turns the phone into a TV remote. The pictures are quite good as you can see. The colors are spot on, vivid and sharp, but these are results you get if you have enough light to work with. The video on the rear is capped at 2K 30 frames per second, which is shaky but fine. And on the front is an 8MP selfie camera which shoots in 2K as well. So seeing all what you are getting on the Infinix Smart 10, should you buy it? I can see that there is a lot of things to love here, like the always on display, decent processor, the IP64 rating, and most importantly Infinix AI. So I pretty much recommend this to anybody 100%. For 102,000 naira, I think that's over delivered. But there's a similar priced one as well called Technopop 10 with so much features you won't even believe. To check it out, click the card on the screen and I'll tell you all about it.